let's see, how many people participated in county? We had Independence County and Craighead County.
I know Sebastian County, the Arkansas Coastal State Fair had one.
We got some people up do the county fair up in Pocahontas, Randolph County, that is. And the biggest event of all, we had the Arkansas State Fair. It was the first time that the Libertarian Party has a presence there. It's a great outreach opportunity, great timing, less than a month before the election. And I want to give special recognition to John Bowers for organizing that whole event and you know, getting the materials together, getting the volunteers together. I want to thank John indicated to me not too long ago that he thinks we ought to continue that tradition, and I agree. So before the March 31st deadline, we got our application in to reserve the same booth we had last year. I told John that I thought that there would be lots of support for having another booth at the state fair, so long as he agreed to coordinate it again.
Give the guy an award.
Another thing that we were able to do in the process of this electoral cycle was to continue to build our county affiliates network. This is a map of the yellow counties are where we are organized, who or where we have yet to reach. For some of these, we just have a traditional chair, and we're still trying to get critical mass of members together, but that's still a start. If we were to get our ballot access retention after this election by 3% of the vote for governor, we're going to have to be organized all across the state by county. That's the only way we're going to be able to get county candidates into nomination. So it's important that we build this affiliate network while we're still a new political party before we get that full ballot access. But some of the new counties we've had, Craighead County, for instance, has a real active group going now. Chris Lennelow is going to be here today. Oh, there he is, yeah. Okay, that's it. Chairman of the new Craighead County Party, and we're really excited about how things are going up there. A number of these counties have been organized, or at least starting to get organized in the past year or so. We're up to about 18 to 20 counties, depending on how you count it, that were organized in 75 in Arkansas. Another area where we made inroads was, let's see if we have a slide on that. No, was in finances. Now this might be the kind of boring back room, behind the scenes kind of stuff. But we actually, as a party, spent more supporting our candidates in this electoral cycle than we ever had before. I've been on the executive committee long enough that I can say that with authority that we did. And now it wasn't a whole lot. We weren't able to support our candidates as much as we'd like to. Of course, resources are always limited. But we did make an effort, and for instance, we ended up with a beautiful billboard up in northwest Arkansas, thanks to the organizational efforts of my colleagues. We helped put that together, and the financial resources of the Arkansas Liberty PAC, chaired by Frank Gilbert, was able to help out with that billboard effort. So things like that, where we were able to spend some money supporting our candidates, and we still have enough that we're beginning our ballot access campaign without feeling panicked about resources. It would be nice to do it as cheaply as possible, but even if we had to pay for all the signatures we need to put on the ballot next time, it wouldn't break the bank. So we're in a good position there. And I think another significant thing, really backroom operations now, is that in our finances, we participated in a joint fundraising committee with the Gary Johnson campaign, which is on the federal level. And as a result of that, we were able to use the lawyers that were setting up the joint fundraising committee in order to get their help in getting us FEC compliant. So we are now, thanks to our treasurer, Stephen Waite, at FEC reporting political parties. Clapping for reporting our finances. But here's one positive slant is that, you know, at the end of the election, when we failed to get 3% for Gary Johnson, as far as the state of Arkansas is concerned, we're no longer a political party until we raise those signatures and get back on the ballot. But as far as the federal government is concerned, we still are the Libertarian Party of Arkansas. And that gave us actually some certain advantages in financing, moving some funds around at the end of the election, and helping working to get our coffers ready for the next cycle. So it actually did pay off to be recognized by the federal government as a political party. Let's see, what other things have gone on? Some good, not some perhaps not so great. We'll go back just a year ago, well, a little bit more than a year ago, when we were last together for our state convention. You might recall that we were in the middle of a lawsuit, Libertarian Party of Arkansas versus Mark Martin, Secretary of State. Let's see, at the time we got together in February, the judge, I believe, had just made a ruling that he was not going to force the state to accept more candidates on the ballot from us. So we decided to push the issue. We nominated 8 new candidates anyway, and then told the Secretary of State we expected him to put them on the ballot. Of course, he did not comply.